I can't imagine doing anything other than teaching. It's special because I never know what's going to happen. Everything is different every day. And it's kind of cool because you're a celebrity no matter where you go. And you just get to have such a big impact on every kid that you come into contact with. I definitely use science to be a better teacher. Teaching is basically problem solving all day, whether you're trying to figure out how to get through to that one kid who's not getting your lesson, or especially since I teach special ed, where the actual breakdown is in communication. So science helps me really get to the core of the problem and then creatively problem solve. It might be something like, my whole class is falling asleep right now, we need to cross the midline. The science of the brain can help me figure out where to go from there. Being able to really know what's going on with my kids and their brains and their bodies helps a lot. And then the science of memory, the Teachers College does a really great job of preparing you to be able to tackle those problems. Teaching is definitely an art, mostly because everybody does it differently, and 3 different teachers can do the exact same lesson. They can all do it beautifully, but it's something that has to come from the heart, and since everyone's heart is different, everyone's going to do it differently. Honestly, anyone a student or a child comes into contact with teaches them something, and that can be a really scary thing. You know, if I'm at the supermarket and a kid sees me, I want to make sure that I'm still behaving the right way, but it can also be a really powerful thing, and it really helps me think about the steps and the choices that I make in my life. My experience in Mary Lou Fulton Teachers College has made me way more prepared than I feel like I would have been otherwise. My first observation, my first year, that's like a terrifying moment. Your principal comes in and types everything you do for an hour, and you're like, oh my gosh, what's happening? I prepared for it like I was preparing for one of my Teachers College observations. My principal was like, Carri, why did you do all of this stuff? You are way over prepared. You didn't need to do all of this. But I felt like, having my background from the Teachers College, I knew what I had to do. I was way more comfortable being observed and critiqued, and then taking that feedback and embedding it into my own practice. I have so many mentors throughout the district because the Teachers College really does pair you up with meaningful relationships within your district that you're student teaching in, and then hopefully hired on in. My biggest advice to any student who's going into teaching is just build all the relationships that you can. The people who you're meeting now will be your go-tos for your entire career, and those relationships are really important to build. And you'd be so surprised how useful just knowing someone's name ends up being, with whether you need help with something, you need to reach out to an expert about something, or you just need someone to talk to you about a particular student. ASU has gotten me to meet so many of those different people, and that's been really, really helpful. What made you be a teacher? I feel like I just had a lot of great teachers in my life, and then I actually was volunteering in Latin America and was just thrown into this teaching experience that I wasn't expecting. And I was like, oh my gosh, this feels right. I feel like I'm connecting with people, I'm making an impact. And as a future teacher, you never really forget that first moment a kid's eyes just light up with new information or a new achievement. And that's something that really sticks with you throughout your years.